storm has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Wild Bill. Wild Bill. Watch the safety creep. Wide. Get wide.
Pilot, 64. Weak. Hey.
Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that?
Hey, Zoo.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
To throw again on second down, Fitzgerald. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Fitzgerald. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Exit.
Now.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Man, I got you.
From the gun, Welch. He sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Switch up.
To throw on 3rd down. Welch, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's a cornerback in for the sack, Tre'Davious White.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
On the ready.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On the set.
53's Mike. Check.
Hey, Echo. Now.
Mike, check right. Check 99. Check 99. On your team.
Look at me. Go. Go. Hit it.
On third down, Fitzgerald. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. Down to lose one. Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Shoot.
Looking to throw. Welch. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Number 53, Mike 53. I don't think you got it, son.
Check. Hey, lock it.
Check out.
Go on. Ready.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fitzgerald. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Bravo. Short out.
Big air.
Hard. Yep.
He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
Be crib.
Back to throw. Fitzgerald looking here for Smith downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play here for Buffalo. 53 yards. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10.
Hey, wahoo.
Check. 53's Mike. Check.
Now.
Operating from the gun. Fitzgerald into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, Welsh going up top. He's got a man, complete. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Cameron Meredith, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point forthcoming. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fitzgerald nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bills on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
I'm coming. Check 50. Check 50.
Go.
Pick the edge.
Looking to throw. Fitzgerald airing it out deep for Smith. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
53, Mike.
Hey, high 7. Got the screen. Get it.
On 1st and 10, Welch. It got his man, complete. That goes for a gain of 31. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey.
2nd and 6. Gets it to Meredith, complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That catch good for only a yard, and it will be 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Welsh towards the end zone for Brown. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Antonio Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. To throw again. Fitzgerald. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Fitzgerald. He'll let it go deep for Foster. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Defense with
Go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Welch. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's put that team on the bus.
From the gun, Welsh. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Back to throw. Welch. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
Well, maybe that can give them a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. No chance. 53.
Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
To throw on 3rd down, Fitzgerald. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Look at me. Door. Check. Press now.
On 4th down, Fitzgerald. A desperation heave for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Get ready.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Bravo.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Hey, come on now.
Hey.
Let's go.
2nd and 5. Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Operating from the gun, Welsh, and he's going to go down again. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Here's Matt Hawk now, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is what I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
The final shot before break. Fitzgerald. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Welch. Trying to lay one up deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And when you've already thrown 2 interceptions, you got to take extra special care of the football because that one could very easily have been a third.
Yeah, off-balance pressure coming. Probably just has to stick that one in his pocket, right?
He does. I just think that when he's in a rut like this, I think this happens to a lot of quarterbacks, they try and overcome it by making big-time throws. Throws they know they shouldn't make, but they're hoping to complete them rather than having the confidence that they actually will.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
What we got? What we got? What we got? 53.
On 3rd down, Welsh. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
First down, New England.
On the ready.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Go.
53, Mike.
Hey, Delta.
From the gun, Welch. And his throw is incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play it through. You know, he's one of those tough guys.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He finds Dorsett. It's complete. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
53, Mike, 53. They can't hang with that.
Protein spill. Hey, high 7.
Kill.
They go.
Looking to throw. Fitzgerald. Dorsett's got it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's checking.
22 jet bomber.
Check. Slam.
Hit it.
Operating from the gun. Fitzgerald. Dorsett making the catch. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Grayson, Travis. Buzz.
Let's bring it. Check. Lucky.
Get it.
On first down, Fitzgerald. Throwing left side, it's complete. A good pickup there at 22. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Switch it. Come here.
Go. Yes. Rock it.
Check 37.
Two.
From the gun, Fitzgerald. He's got Smith here. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Hey, Sam on. Fair.
Operating from the gun. Fitzgerald. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. On 2nd down now. It's Armstrong. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Go.
53 is the mic.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Be different.
From the gun, Fitzgerald. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Philip Dorsett, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
First down, here's White. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Buffalo. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with White. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
To throw on 2nd down. Welsh flush to his right. That's caught. It's Thomas. 23 yards, the final tally. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with White. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They stay on the ground with White. A nice run there. 8 yards moves them much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Justice Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yard your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, lock it. Go on.
Operating from the gun. Fitzgerald over the middle, complete. That's Armstrong. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Now.
Switch. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Now.
From the gun, Fitzgerald, complete to Dorsett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Throwing on first down, Fitzgerald. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Philip Dorsett with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with an extra point.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, Welch. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Welsh. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now this one complete to Robert Foster, and he's able to get up here to the 26. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
3 buds.
Hard.
Switch gears. Jack. Watch twitch.
Yo, go. Get it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Hey, watch this. check 24. Watch 24. Check three, check three, check three. Deuce, 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 deuce. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping.
To throw on third down. Fitzgerald. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play here for the Bills. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Joker, 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 joker.
Protein spill. Yep.
Looking to throw. Fitzgerald throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 50.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Ready?
2nd and 10. And this is incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming.
A 28-yard attempt.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. This will be caught at about the 6. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Welch. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. That's a strong safety making a strong, hard tackle.
And we know his coach. Doesn't smile a whole lot, does he? How about that grin right there, ear to ear after that play?
To throw on 2nd down. Welsh. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And they need 5 yards on third down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Thomas. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
They'll run on first down. It's White. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
53 for Mike. 53. Check 53. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
On third down, Welch. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
Hey, we're on.
53 for Mike. He don't know no better. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Watch the
Bravo.
check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Here we go.
On fourth down, Welsh. And this is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You don't want me. Shift.
Rush in. Rush 61. Matchbox lights. Ready.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
You got to remember, because now that we're in overtime, mistakes get magnified. So you got to walk that line between being aggressive and being careful, because that was a dangerous throw right there. You obviously could not have an interception in this spot.
It nearly was an interception. He's lucky to get that one back. A gain there of 21 yards.
Don't let him breathe.
You draw Corker.
Don't let him breathe, defense.
Hurry.
Wide.
Now.
On first down, Fitzgerald. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Throwing on first down. Fitzgerald. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now a throw to the end end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, what was the term that you just used a minute ago?
Well, especially in overtime, mistakes get magnified, so it's time for us to get our microscopes out, right? I mean, take a look at what's going on out there. That was very close to being a crucial play.
Yeah, got to look that ball in, didn't, and it hit the ground. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. All right, well, they didn't kick it on second down, now third and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it, because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you get a chance to kick it again on fourth down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line.
And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Buffalo, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. There they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for New England, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.